It's amazing.
It's getting hotter.
It is like, whew. Wow. Mr. President.
Hey everybody, it's Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. Thanksgiving is all about good food and gratitude. And this year, when I think about what I'm grateful for, it's easy. I'm grateful for the people of Hope. And my favorite kind of food is spicy food. So this year we thought we'd do something kind of fun and combine the two. We're gonna do a spoof off of a popular social media show called Hot Ones. The show Hot Ones is all about asking hot questions with even hotter wings. So we're gonna have some conversations with a few people of Hope about what they're grateful for, and we're gonna have the conversation over some ridiculously spicy hot wings. It's gonna be fun. We're calling this Hope Ones. Let's go. All right, our first guest is Coach Peter Stuursma, head coach of the football team here at Hope. He's been at Hope for 7 seasons, won 2 MIAA titles. Before Hope, he was the head coach at East Grand Rapids High School, where he won 7 state championships, was named High School Football Coach of the Year 6 times, and was named High School Football Coach of the Year by the Detroit Lions in 2008. Coach Stuursma, amazing to have you here. Thanks for doing this.
Well, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. I'm ready to go.
Okay, how are you? Are you pretty good with spicy food?
Yeah, I can hold my own, I think.
Okay, let's.
But are you ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna do this a little differently than the show because we have 4 guests as opposed to 1. So we're gonna, with each guest, kind of skip our way through this. So we'll do a mild one, a medium one, and then a hot one with each of our guests. With Coach Stuursma here, we're starting all the way at the beginning. This is just the classic hot sauce is our number 1.
That's good. That's
It's
good.
really good. What position did you play when you were a student at Hope?
I was a running back.
You're
yeah,
running
played
back?
for Ray Smith.
Okay, played for Ray Smith, and now you're coaching the team at Ray Smith
Yes.
Stadium.
Yeah.
What's that like? Do you walk
Yeah.
into the stadium every time and the memories come back? And
Well, of course, you know, we have a tremendous memories of being here as a player and a student, and Ray Smith's one of the most incredible individuals in the world.
Absolutely.
You know, an incredible mentor, just such a honest, integrity-driven person. You know, his faith was so important to him, and he just lived his life like that all the time. He still sends me an email every week, win, lose, or draw. About the week,
Like
he's
giving
always
you advice, like you should have run this play instead
no,
of that
it's
one?
always, it's always positive encouragement.
Okay, there you go.
That's the way he is.
Yeah,
That's Ray
yeah.
Smith.
All right, let's move on to our second wing here.
Okay.
We're making a pretty big jump here.
Yeah, that is a big jump. All right.
So we'll
Are you
see
pretty
how we-
good with wings?
Medium.
Okay.
I mean, I like spicy food, but I
Okay.
think this is next level
Okay.
for me.
Oof, next level. I think it's going to have a delayed response, so I get that sneaking suspicion.
Yeah, it might. It might have a delayed
I
response.
think it's good news.
All right, Coach. Discipline is obviously an incredibly important part of coaching and being an athlete. You know, everybody has their own pet peeves. So, what are you more grateful for? When your students remember to walk on the sidewalks instead of the grass, or when they remember to not walk across the practice field?
It's one of the same. I mean, you know, that's one of the things when we started here. I remember saying to our guys, like, we're not going to cut across the grass. We're not going to cut corners in this program. But really, more importantly, is that I want our guys to realize that someone mows the lawn, someone manicures the bushes, and someone puts the wood chips in there. And by just cutting through, I think it's in some way being a little disrespectful. You know, when we bring recruits and families onto campus, they look around and they're like, wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
It starts at the top, but it's excellence all the way down. Those things are important to us.
Well, I love it because it on one hand it's a little thing. Don't cut through the grass. Don't cut corners. But it's also, as you said, it's about excellence and it's about building a culture. And even more than that, and I think one of the things I'm most grateful for you and all of our coaching staff here at Hope is that you don't view yourself as just building a great team. You're building great humans. You're building human souls, and that's an eternal project. And it's a really noble thing. You remember when I ran a play for you?
I do. You were out wandering around saying hi, not wandering. You were out saying hi to all the
lost.
teams.
I was lost, yeah.
Aimlessly, no. But I remember we were just kind of walking through plays in the
Right.
parking lot. And so we put you in there, and you did a great job as a running back. And because you're pretty fast. I mean, you're kind of like a gazelle. You're pretty fast. And so I think you had an advantage as a running back because you're built lower to the ground than many of our offensive linemen.
Right.
I mean, because we go 6'5" and 6'4". Well, you're not 6'5", and
not
so
6'5".
They can't.
5'8".
Yeah.
5'7", but I
Maybe.
round up.
Right. Maybe 5'7". Anyway, so you could hide behind the lineman a little bit when you ran that play.
All right, we've got one more left. This one,
we gonna do
this one is called Da Bomb. If you've watched the show, this is the one people really complain about.
Right.
So
So that name doesn't sound great.
It doesn't. So you were oh wow. I accidentally ate a really big bite. You were a middle school principal for 11 years. What's harder? Being a middle school principal,
Or eating those
a
wings?
coach, or these wings? Yeah, because this is really intense. Wow. Fire.
Woo! Really?
Right. Did you hear what I
wipe your
said? Because I
face.
forgot about it. Oh, yeah.
Do not go near your eyes.
Thanks, Coach.
I feel like I'm coaching you right now.
Yeah, you are.
I just yelled at you. I just yelled at the president.
It's so hot. I gotta go for the milk. Have you tried the milk yet?
Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to ask me the question again because
Middle school principal for 11 years. What's harder, head football coach of a college team or a middle school principal?
it's amazing.
It's getting hotter.
It is like, whew. Wow. Mr.
Oh.
President.
Oh.
I often take a lot of the things that I learned as a middle school principal and use them with our guys
Yeah, that makes sense.
because, wow. You've let those
That's
fester a
the
little.
spiciest thing I've ever had. Everything's fine.
No, it's great.
I'm under control. My nose is running.
This can't be that much fun.
It's really fun.
Really. Well, you sound like you're having a blast. So, six. That should be banned.
Unbelievable. I've lost control. I've completely lost control. Did you answer the question yet, Coach?
I don't even know what we were talking about. Is there some? Were you interviewing me, or was I?
You can interview me if you want.
Gosh.
I'm not crying. I'm just moved by what you said.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Okay, sure.
This hopefully will break. I mean, a little bit of a sting.
It's
But I've
Calming down
heard,
a little.
you know, like, so I've heard this through other people, but like, so I consider you like the president for the people, right?
Yeah.
Like you're always involved in our students. So we will include you on like text strings.
Yeah.
Like maybe we're after a big recruit. Someone's on camera. We want to include you.
yeah.
Well,
and I'll
when
do
we
that.
include you on the string,
When I do
a
that.
green bubble comes back, like green
Oh.
bubble trouble. So I started to like wonder why
because
am I
I don't
getting
have an iPhone.
Why? Did you know that it's 2022? Please tell me it's not a flip phone.
I don't have a. I have a
Is it? It's not a flip phone, is it?
Samsung.
Oh, that was
trying to
cool.
be
That was cool in '98, but but no, like we're in 2022.
Two things here, Coach. One is I do try to be countercultural. Two, I think I am due for a phone upgrade. This is actually a phone I had.
Yeah.
It's so hot in here.
I know.
It's so hot in here.
I'm a little worried about you right now.
So
You're-
the
I'm not
leader of
crying.
hope.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Don't cry. I work out.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't cry.
What do your kids say about your phone?
Oh, my kids say I should get on an iPhone as soon as possible.
But I think
we do need a-
I think you should. I'm just talking for a friend. Like I'm asking for a friend. And I'm talking for a friend. Like maybe.
Well, I
you should
appreciate the feedback.
Yeah.
I'll take it back to
Yeah.
to my team and we'll talk. In all seriousness, if I can figure out how to collect myself here, I am grateful for you and all that you do for Hope, for our students, for this community. I'm grateful for all that our coaches do for our community. And it's so hot in here, but I'm just so grateful. And that's what these tears are about. Tears of gratitude, not tears from the hot sauce.
Thank you. Well, Matt, the feeling is mutual. We think of you as just an incredible leader to be working with and for and serve with. And so thank you for all you do for Hope, the people of Hope. It's a special time of the year to be grateful and thankful. So thank you.
It sure is.
Thankful I have water.
Unbelievable. How much did you eat of yours? Because
One bite. Don't ask me to take another bite.
Or not.
Okay,
But can we
promise?
compare size of the bites? Because I don't even see any bites.
Yes. Right there. I mean, I didn't know that this was part of the show to compare bite size. I'm honest.
It's
It was
not. We're off. We turned the cameras off, I think. Okay, everybody, I'm back and better than ever. Our next guest is Dr. Annie Dandavati. Dr. Dandavati is a professor of political science here at Hope. She specializes in global politics, human rights, and gender studies. Dr. Dandavati has been at Hope since 1992, I think, 30 years.
Yes, 30
And
years.
as a result of her work, she's won many awards, including the Global Courage Award and also the Hope Outstanding Professor and Educator Award right here at Hope. So, Annie, thanks for doing this.
Yes.
Are you good with spicy food?
Yes, I'm very good with spicy food.
Well,
Matt.
then, okay, then you might win this whole thing.
Yes.
And you're a pescatarian?
Yes.
Is that right? So we're doing cauliflower wings.
Yes.
And our first one is this Tropicante.
Okay.
So Annie, you grew up in India and went to college in India? At Jesus and Mary College?
Yes, I did
Tell
my
me a little
undergrad
bit
there.
about what it was like growing up in India and going to college in India.
I was the third daughter. My dad wanted me to stay with the nuns and go to college with the nuns.
Okay.
I, of course, wanted to go to St. Stephen's College,
All right.
which was co-ed.
All right.
I figured I'm from the land of Gandhi.
Yeah.
Why not go on strike? So I went on strike. I said, I'm not going to eat any food
Oh, wow.
till you allow me to go to St. Stephen's College.
How long did you go? How long did you not eat for?
Like 2 or 3 days. Every time he would peek inside and he would say, are you done?
You're sort of locked in your room saying,
Yes.
I'm not going to eat.
And so he said, well, you know what I can do is I can just find you a husband and get you married off.
Oh,
and I
right.
said, no, Dad, I will go to any college that you pick out for me.
That was good. I didn't think that was spicy at all.
No, not at all.
Okay, well, let's try. The next one is this turmeric one.
Yeah.
So when you think back on 30 years at Hope, what stands out? What are you most grateful for?
I really enjoy teaching classes to my students. I think I enjoy learning from them and teaching them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like a give and take.
Yeah. I taste the turmeric in that. It is a bit. Do you think that's spicy at all?
No, not too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
You seem like you're doing fine.
Yes, I am doing fine.
I had you as a professor, speaking of students that got to learn from you. Do you remember me?
Yes, of course
I
do.
think I remember you. I took a couple of classes from you. My senior year, I took the China and Japan
Yes.
politics class that you taught.
Asian politics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm still going to teach it next semester.
Oh, right. Okay.
And 19 students have signed up for it.
Oh, wow. Well, they're lucky, those 19 students.
Yeah.
Do you remember what grade I got in your class?
Probably an A.
Yeah, we looked at my transcript. You're right. I got an A. I got
Yes.
an A. I'm
See?
very proud of that.
Human rights.
Do you remember like looking at me in your class and thinking that kid will probably be my boss someday?
No, I don't know. I did tell the students though that all of you can work hard and be president one day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Should we try this third one?
Yeah.
This is like bomb. Disco. Karma sauce, it says. You just laugh. Annie, you're an avid runner. You've run how many marathons?
5 or 6.
Wow, I think that's actually spicy.
Yeah,
If you think back to all the marathons you've run,
yeah.
are there finish lines or moments that stand out that you're grateful for?
I am
races?
grateful just to be able to put one foot in front of the other.
You're grateful for,
For my
every
health,
step.
for de-stressing,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
You know, one would think that as a professor I don't have that much stress,
Yeah.
but one would be
Oh,
absolutely wrong.
I don't think that. Yeah, you have a hard job. You have a very hard job, but you don't seem stressed by this at all. Can I pour some hotter sauce on your last one?
Okay,
Let's
if
see
you
how.
want to.
This one's called Da Bomb. I tried this with Pete Stuursma. It's pretty intense. Are you ready for
And
it?
did he have it the bomb?
He did, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, rub it in.
Let me rub it in.
I've already done it, so I'm not going to do it.
It's pretty good.
You don't think it's spicy?
It is hot.
Yeah. Oh, that one wrecked me. You're not even touching your water.
No, water is not
Or-
the right thing.
Okay,
to
your
be-
milk. You're not
yeah.
touching any liquid.
Yeah.
You had
This
him-
was good. Yeah.
You are amazing.
Yeah.
Completely unfazed by that.
I do have a question for you. I don't know whether you've looked at Yik Yak.
Oh, Yik Yak? Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen some of the Yik Yak stuff.
So you are called Scog Daddy on that.
Yeah, the students call me Sco Daddy. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
call myself that, but the
Yeah.
students call me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it that the students call you that?
Oh, I think they think it's a term of endearment.
Oh. Do you want me to call you that?
No, no, you don't need to call me that. You can call me Matt.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, I've never asked anyone to call me Sco Daddy. It appeared on social media. I don't know where they
Yeah.
came up with it.
Do you upvote or downvote?
Oh, I don't
yourself?
go. I don't go on Yik Yak.
You don't?
No.
So, well, I don't have any other questions to ask
That's
you,
it. That's
Matt.
you had one chance, and that's
I
what you
had
wanted to ask about
one
the Sco Daddy.
question.
Okay, well.
Yes.
We are grateful for you. I'm grateful for you and for
Yes.
all of our faculty at Hope.
Yes.
Thank you for all that you do for our students. And I'm a product of you
Yes.
as my professor. So
Yes.
on a personal level, thank you for all
Yes.
you've done for me.
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, everybody, we've got my third guest. I'm President Scodaddy, by the way, and this is President Helen Weston, President of Student Congress. Helen Weston grew up in Lansing, Michigan. She's a senior here at Hope, majoring in political science and sociology with a criminal justice focus.
Yep.
Helen did a semester in D.C. last year and is thinking about going back to D.C. to focus on criminal justice after graduation. Helen, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Do you know what this is about? How are you with spicy food?
I'm on a scale of 1 to 10, a 1. So,
Okay, so thanks. This is going to be amazing.
yeah.
Good flavor. So you're a senior. As you think back on your time at Hope, what stands out? What are you most grateful for?
I think I'm most grateful for the community and the opportunities that Hope provided for me to learn and to grow into what I'm
Yeah,
interested in and pursue a lot of different things rather than just you're studying this so you stay here.
Yeah, right. I think you're doing great. So should we move on to the second one?
Yeah, that felt pretty good.
I thought the flavor of that was just real nice.
Yeah, I was mostly focused on the heat, but yeah.
I'm gonna take a second bite of that.
Okay.
So you mentioned the community at Hope. Are there specific people or colleagues in Student Congress, or who are some of the people in the community who meant the most to you?
I came to Hope with my 3 high school best friends.
Oh, wow.
And they have remained, and we've tacked on a whole bunch more, and so kind of just growing in that community has been
That's cool.
beautiful. Yeah.
That's really cool. What do you-
That was
you're doing great.
Yeah.
We're going to Ghost Pepper now. It's
like
called,
the ghost pepper.
It's called the Detroit hot sauce.
Local.
Yeah, local. That's true. I accidentally took a pretty big bite of that.
Okay.
You've got water and milk. The Detroit.
Love pure Michigan. Okay.
What was it about your time in DC that you're grateful for, and why do you want to go back to DC?
That's a great question. It's getting warm in here. What was the question? DC.
DC.
I love the city.
Yeah.
Ooh, and the history of the city.
Yeah.
And being able to explore and be on my own.
Yeah.
And being able to step into what I love. Wow, it actually keeps getting hotter in my mouth right now.
It's cool that you grew up in Lansing, the capital of Michigan, and now you
Yeah.
want to go to the capital of the U.S.
Yeah, it's also unfortunate because I could go back to Lansing and be successful, but I'm tired of Lansing.
I don't think that's unfortunate. I think you want to impact the criminal justice system of the United States, and DC's the place to be. Go for the milk. That's going to help.
Yeah, it's actually spreading my lips now, so.
Yeah, it does burn on the lips.
Oh, can I ask you some questions?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, you have to take another bite.
Okay.
I'll join you. Solidarity.
Okay, so thank you.
Working with you has been really fun, so I've learned a little bit about you. And
All right.
word is on the street, and I've heard it here and there. You have a Kermit the Frog impression.
Oh, yeah, I do.
After you eat that, after you have another bite, could you give us your
Oh, yeah, sure.
impression? I'll join you.
And I have to kind of center myself first, so just give me a second.
Yeah.
This is Kermit the Frog here with Sesame Street News.
Classic.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Thanks.
And the heat didn't get in the way.
It took me a minute, but I'm fine.
Okay. In preparation for this,
Yeah.
it was like, let's go on Yik Yak to see what do the people want, because I'm president of the people.
Why does Yik Yak come up in all these interviews
Because
now?
it's a forum. It's a public forum
Okay.
for students. So last night I posted, if you could ask Scogin, not Skodaddy,
Okay, yeah.
one thing, what would it be? ...
Yeah.
Unhinged.
What kind of responses did you get?
Do you have Yik Yak? Do you see our posts?
I don't have it. I do see some of them, but it's because other people show them to me.
Okay, does
or
your-
I sometimes watch the Instagram account that posts some of them.
Oh, okay, good to know. And then the second one, so your neighbor, Durfee Hall,
Right.
known to be a little rowdy, and they go on runs sometimes. Do you ever go on those runs? Or watch the runs?
No, I never do either. And when I hear about the runs, we make sure that blinds are closed.
Okay. You have children, yeah. That was spicy.
That's great. You did great.
That was the worst. So, thank you for inviting me to participate.
Okay, everybody, guest number 4, Eric Van Tassel, professor in our theater department who teaches light and sound.
And dance. I'm dual appointed in both theater and dance.
Theater and dance,
Yeah.
amazing. Because you graduated from Hope in 2006, and then University of Illinois for grad school. In between Hope and Hope, you've done some amazing things, Kennedy Center, and all kinds of productions all around the country. So welcome to the show, Eric. Do you know what this is about?
I do. Yeah, I like this. I like Hot Ones a lot.
And you're the expert here, so we're gonna do 3 of these. We're jumping, since you've got a little bit of experience, for the mild one, we're jumping all the way to number 4.
All right, let's rock and roll.
Let's go.
I really like hot sauce, and I like spicy food. I will undoubtedly end up looking like a mess during this, because I like, it makes me sweat a ton, so I'll look like garbage, but I'll feel great.
This is for a mild. This is look at you. You're just going. Okay, I gotta follow your lead. Okay, so you've done amazing things, as we talked about.
Thank you.
And you've received some rave reviews, including from Chicago Tribune and other places. So you've worked on some of the biggest stages in the country. As you think back on your career, what stands out? What are you most grateful for?
Well, it's interesting to think about big stages and small stages. I think one of the things I'm most grateful for is small stages. When I graduated from Hope, I moved to Chicago. And most of the work I was doing then, for most of the decade that I was there, was in what we call storefront theaters. It's a lot of like converted spaces that used to be something else and are made into a theater performance venue. The community of artists that make theater in those spaces are really special because it's a bunch of young people who are all really driven and are all really passionate, and they've got no money, and they make really cool things. I am a significantly better designer because I learned how to make something out of nothing in a space like that, so that by the time I went to grad school and was taking the lessons that I had already learned and applying them to bigger stages.
It's really amazing. It's really amazing.
Thank you.
All right, should we go on to number 2 here?
Yeah, let's do it.
I think we're going pretty intense here.
Yeah, no
This
kidding.
is called Unique Garlic.
Unique garlic. The only one I was nervous about was the bomb, and I hear somebody else took that bullet for me.
Stuursma took that bullet.
So yeah, that's great.
Although that first one was. Are you feeling anything from that?
I mean, I'm sweating because as advertised.
Well, let's jump from 4 to 11. Here we go.
Exactly.
Here we
That's
go.
how most people count, right? That's what. Okay, here we go.
Are you going for another bite?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you gave me 3 wings. I'm going to eat 3 wings.
I like that attitude. So, Eric, you're known for having a Lego alter ego.
Yeah.
And you have a very unique and very fun Instagram page that tracks Lego Eric. Kind of sees your life through the lens of a Lego version of yourself.
Yeah.
Do you have Lego Eric here?
Of course. A friend posted something on social media sometime years ago, like 2014 probably.
Yeah.
Of just like a little Lego minifig with like a unicorn outfit on. She like had it on her desk, and I was like, well, that's cute. You could just have a Lego that you carried around everywhere that was like your little mascot. And I had the idea of, well, what if I could make it look like me? Was at C2E2, the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo.
Oh,
and
right.
Was like,
C2E2.
I'm gonna see if I can find a Lego head that looks like me. And
I
once you
gotta-
find the head, then you're in business, because then it's just every outfit, any torso works.
What's he wearing today?
Whenever possible, he's dressed as similar to me as possible. He's wearing the Henley that I was wearing earlier this week.
nice.
But yeah, I carry around in a little bag that a friend made for me. I carry around a variety of props, like some food in here. Actually, there's a chicken.
Are you doing fine, by the way? Because
I mean, I'm sweating, but
because I'm this is pretty intense.
You're doing all right, Mr.
I'm
President.
fine.
Here you go. I'm also getting a little bit of hot sauce all over Lego Eric now.
Well, that's a wing. Let's call that a wing.
We can call it a wing for today. I'm actually gonna finish this.
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna keep going on water and milk here. You haven't even touched here.
I've watched too much of the show, like out of pride. I'm like trying not to touch the water and milk.
Yeah, well,
Until the end.
I got no pride left. Tell me when you're ready to move on to the end here.
I'm good. Let's go.
The Last Dab Apollo.
They usually
Put on a last
put a little
dab.
bit of last dab
Okay,
on
so
here.
we're gonna do a couple of last dabs here.
We're doing the last dab that is the last dab. And
Yeah,
then what was
and then
this
we have
other?
a special last dab. So Daryl Van Tongeren,
Okay,
who's one of
yeah.
our colleagues
Yes.
in the psychology department,
Yep.
makes his own hot sauce with his own homegrown peppers.
All right.
And he has one called Ghosted. Last dab of Apollo,
Okay.
bite 1.
Got it.
Bite 2. If you go the whole thing, then you're on your own after bite 2. Bite 2, we're going the Daryl
The
dab.
Ghostin. All right. Whoa. All
That's
right.
a big dab, buddy.
We went hard. Sorry. Well, I don't know why I'm apologizing to you. It's my mistake.
You're on.
Last one. Here we go.
I gotta ask the question before I pass out, and then you're on your own with the answer. So you gave a lecture recently called "Let There Be Light." Somebody missed your lecture last week. Give us some of the big highlights, some of the takeaways from the "Let There Be Light" lecture from the master of lighting himself.
The premise of that lecture, that was part of a program that we have on campus called Continuum, to talk about research, and that's a good idea.
I try to look like a president all the time, but we're losing. I'm losing control. I remember some of the things you said.
Yeah, so the idea is that it's an opportunity to talk about your career and your research as an academic and and in my case as an artist, and how it connects to your faith. One of the things I talked about was how so much of our allegory for God and for our faith is connected to light.
Yeah.
And including just the very simple from the
Bringing light into darkness.
Yeah, being a light in the darkness. I mean, let there be light is the first word that
thing
we
God
hear
does.
from God. You ready for
Are
this
you ready
last?
to try this?
I am. Let's do it.
We're gonna call this the Daryl dab.
The Daryl dab, amazing.
This is medium-sized dab.
That's a reasonable thing to do. The last dab sauce is already on here.
Yeah, I know we're double dabbing.
Double dab. All right, here we go. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
There's a little sweetness to that.
There is some sweetness. Yeah, I feel like I'm shaking a little.
Yep,
But
makes
I'm
sense.
good. Look at your wing. You are down to the bone.
So on Hot Ones, they do a thing called Explain That Gram.
Yeah.
Where they do a deep dive into somebody's Instagram. They find a photo. They ask for the person to tell us what's going on in that photo. So.
What'd you find?
So I wonder if you could explain that gram for us there.
That's not from my Instagram.
It's not. I don't know what this was from.
We're two of my friends from college, and we're sporting here fake tattoos.
Unlike the real one that you know.
I do have a real tattoo.
Yeah.
That says hope, and I actually need some hope right now.
I got my first tattoo
So
just over a year ago.
Oh, wow.
It's actually from my Dungeons & Dragons campaign.
Amazing. And what does the RN stand for?
So our group, we are called the Rusty Nails. It's really, for me, it's actually about getting through a pandemic. During that time where it was virtually impossible to connect with other people, my friends and I from grad school continued to connect online by playing a game where we told a story together for 6 years. So
Wow. Every once in a while, we would pretend to be in a boy band.
amazing.
And you might have found somewhere one of these scenes of me trying to pretend to be in a boy band.
we
This
did
was
quite a lot.
probably late 90s, heyday of the
Yeah,
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys.
Absolutely.
Thanks for bringing that up, man.
Yes,
really-
yeah, exactly.
I mean, this is exactly what I wanted to be talking about when I'm feeling like this.
Yeah, oh, it's a special moment.
And we're having a special moment together.
We are, it's true.
And I think it's probably about time to wrap this up. So
Yeah.
what I just want to say is thank you. Thanks for all you do for Hope and for our students.
Thank you.
The arts are such an important part of the liberal arts experience. So thanks for
Yeah.
all you do for Hope and for our community. And I'm grateful for this moment that we've shared together, Eric. I will never forget it. And here's to Lego Eric. I
Very
think
good.
can we do I think what we're gonna have to do is do a Lego Eric Instagrams out.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. The other. Let's see
Wait,
here.
what kind of phone do you have?
The Google Pixel 6.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. Stop everything. So you don't have an iPhone?
No.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, there was a question that they were ragging you for not having an iPhone.
I don't have an iPhone either.
Yeah, why would we want an iPhone?
We're countercultural.
Yes. Well, and in fact, we are the majority. More people have Androids
Then
than
we're
iPhones.
all right, but then we're not countercultural. Everything that's
also-
happened in the last 5 minutes is just blowing my mind. This picture.
All the technology that the iPhone gets, we get 2 years earlier.
We do?
Yeah.
Can you call Pete Stuursma after this and tell him? Can you also post that on Yik Yak?
Absolutely. This stuff's good.
Yeah, Daryl's stuff is really good.
There is like a sweetness to it.
You doing okay, Matt?
Yeah, everything's great. Everything's great.
Seeing all the normal colors
I
and
do
no
feel
extra
like
ones.
there's stars flying around.
Banana or tortilla?
No, I'm good, Becky. Thanks. Do you want anything? Anything we can do for you?
No, I'm just here for a good time.
Just here to support.
Where did you find this? Whew. Okay. Don't worry, everybody. I'm fine. I am grateful for all of you, for the entire Hope community, our faculty, our staff, and our students. And I'm also grateful that's over. Have a happy Thanksgiving.